Yo, what is going on, everybody? We're sitting here right now. It is 4:51 Tuesday morning. I hope every single one of you all out there are feeling blessed today, and I hope every single one of you all out there have a grand day once you see this video. We're gonna get right into it, of course, as always. So I've been up for a few hours now. I think I told you guys in the last one, not too sure, but I'm pretty sure I did, that I was supposed to be going somewhere to go pick up some stuff for my truck. So I went yesterday because it was Monday and today's technically Tuesday. So I went yesterday to Fredericksburg, Virginia. Now that was a pretty decent little place. I mainly was only on the interstate, so I didn't really get to see a whole lot of the actual city itself and everything. But I will mention that I did pass through Alexandria, and I thought that was a very, very, very cool place to be. Anyway, we went up there to go pick up the shifter and center console from the 2009 Hummer H3 and the 2 seats for the front to put it in my truck, so that way we can have a grand old time. Now, the trip was about 4.5 hours there and back, which was pretty good. I did not have to drive, in which I will be telling you why. I was planning on getting myself as tired as possible that entire day of Sunday, so that way Monday morning when I woke up I could be fresh and ready to go and wake up around 5 or 6 after having a few hours of sleep and be ready to go. And I went to bed at about 1-ish and woke up at 3 on the dot. So I only had about 2 hours of sleep, if you can even call it 2 hours exactly. I'd say it was more probably like 1 hour and 40, if you can even give it that. So about 100 minutes I had to sleep. So I did not drive there or back. And we got all the way up there at about 11 o'clock, and we left by 11:30. It was that fast. Shout out to Pop, of course, because he was the one who kind of got most of it all out. He was ready to just get it all out and go. You know, he's the man. He moves fast. That's the way he does it. And we got everything, and we'll be putting it in later on today, probably sometime. It was really good to get that deal. It was $200 to get the shifter, to get the console, to get both seats, which are black leather. They are fully electric, and they are heated, which is pretty cool. So we got a very good deal for $200. Now, the only problem we're probably going to have later on is the wiring portion of all this, which is, oh well. I don't really feel like dealing with it, which is why Pop is going to deal with that while I kind of set up the other stuff for the most part. And I've been kind of thinking, because this is insane, after all that today of getting back and whatever, I decided to smoke my ass off with the pen, aka the cart, thinking that I could get myself to go to sleep at a decent time tonight. And it was about 11 o'clock almost. I went to bed, and I woke up at about fucking 1 o'clock on the dollar. So after 100 minutes of sleep previously, I was up from 3 a.m. all the way to 11 p.m. So that's what, 9 plus 11, that's 20 hours I was up. And previous to that, I was already up 12 plus hours on that. And so within the last 2 to 3 days, I've had literally probably 3 hours of sleep, if that. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't. And I fucking woke up after 2 hours earlier. I went to bed at about 11 o'clock and woke up at 1. And I'm sweating, drenched in sweat, and I'm fucking shaking and cold. And I was like, bro, I'm done with the pen. I'm done with the cart. Because there's no way, after smoking that a few times earlier, that I'm doing this for no reason. No, something's fucking wrong with this. So the pens are gone. We're not smoking carts no more. We're going back to the straight up flower, which is better anyway, for a multitude of reasons. The brain chemistry doesn't get altered as much because of the cannabinoid receptors not getting completely fried all the time by something that's about 80%, compared to something that's about 8 to 25-ish%. I've kind of lost a lot of my motivation. I lost a lot of cognitive ability to like remember things or to like problem solve and whatever I feel like, and I'm kind of becoming pretty dependent on that to help me out through a lot of things when I feel anxious. So I feel it's better to get rid of the easily accessible thing like that and just go back to the flower. It's legal anyway in Maryland, so what the fuck does it matter? But even where I'm gonna have this job, I'm still allowed to smoke. So I'm going to continue to do it, but I'd rather just do the flower instead. The reason I'm gonna continue doing the flower instead is because it has never let me down. There has not been a time in my life where I've smoked flower and it has done me dirty or bad. Every time I have smoked pens and carts, I've had problems. I've had problems where I'll have brain fog. I'll kind of lose it a little bit up here, not like in psychosis or schizophrenia or anything, but I'll kind of just lose like certain things, again, like motivation, the ability to like not get anxious or paranoid over certain little things. I feel like I had a better grasp of like how to problem solve on the things and like my memory and shit, and like I wasn't fatigued as much, and I wasn't like trying to like hit something all the time. So this, and plus every time I've like had a problem with like, I guess, CHS, it's only been twice ever I've had a problem with. One time I had to go to the hospital for it, the other time I did not. And it's because I smoked a fuck out of pens really, 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 really hard. And I've been smoking pens really heavily since about March this year. And it's been like that for the last few months, and it's already September, almost October. So we need to just cut the fucking shit out and just get off of it, The only time I think we'll ever do like carts again is if we go to like a fucking amusement park, and even then I don't even care enough to do that. Especially right now, at least. It might change in the future, but right now I'm gonna hold that stance that I don't think I'll be doing it again anytime soon. They're just not really my thing anymore. They're not really my rhythm. So fuck them. We're just gonna stick to the flower and call it. But I've been feeling weird, and I've been thinking about stopping it anyway recently, especially just why I got, bud recently, just yesterday. No, Sunday. That's why I got it. I was like, I'm done smoking pens. Like, I'm sick of it. I don't really get that feeling that I want to feel, anymore. And all I get is a head rush high. I want like a good body high. And the only part that sucks right now though is that I'm just sitting here right now listening to music, and I'm just talking to a fucking computer screen, really my phone. And I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna smoke again. And I'm gonna sit there for a little bit and smoke, and I'm gonna get done. I'm gonna doom scroll while I do it too, and that's gonna be fucking terrible. And then I'm gonna come back inside and probably doom scroll a little bit more, which is even worse. And then I'm hopefully gonna fall tired enough so to finally go to bed and succumb to it, in which case my body will probably want me to sleep the rest of the fucking day. It being 5 o'clock already, let's say I get to bed at 5:36, if I get to bed at 6 a.m., it's like, dude, I probably won't wake up or want to wake up till like 11 or 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't want to do that because I have to get a schedule ready for myself instead of putting myself in a position where I'm probably gonna end up fucking staying up to 3, 4, 5 a.m. knowing I'm gonna have to leave in an hour, 2 hours to go drive over an hour, to then go work several hours, to then come back and then probably crash and then fuck up my schedule. So I'm having troubles. But I think I can probably make it to like 10:30. I can probably wake up and go throughout most of the day and be fine. And then hopefully stay up to 1 a.m. or whatever, and then take a good few hits on one of these again and pass. But, we'll see how it goes, Also funny is the last couple of days I've had a lot of jobs calling me to get an interview done, even though I have told one of them that I did not want to conduct anything else anymore, and that I actually found another job that was, giving me everything I asked for. And to which he had even called me again today to get another call back, and then about 20 minutes after he called me, they sent me an email saying that I was not selected for the job, even though he had kind of told me I was already selected for the job. So oh well, I really don't give a fuck anyway. This new job at Amazon is gonna be a fucking banger. It's gonna be a changer for me. Because here's the thing, is that the warehouse that I'm going to is about an hour and some change. Let's call it about an hour and 10 hour and 15, right? So it's about 65 to 75 minutes, which is a little bit longer than when I drive now to my workplaces as of right this moment at the campground. So if I can work there the rest of this year, and in the warehouse that they're doing about 35 minutes away from me, once that gets fully built and everything, if they want me to go down there and work for that, I'm taking that, you know. I'd rather be closer, or I'd rather have better routes like that, where I'm at least, you know, closer to home and such is what I really mean. Because I'm thinking about gas and wear and tear. It's that 3-minute cutoff, but gas and wear and tear. But you gotta think, the job is perfect for me. Like, honest to God, it's 4 days a week, 40 hours, guaranteed overtime if I want it. And then sign-on bonus, $20.50 an hour, all benefits, the whole nine. The training is easy, and they all seem like really nice people. I even talked to what I assume will be my boss. Called him the other day and had a conversation with him. It was random. I didn't even know it was his number. I was actually trying to call the place to see if they could resend me the email or the link to something to a correct email. And he seemed cool, which was awesome. But it's what I want to do. I just want to go drive, you know. I don't really want to be around the social atmosphere right now, you know, where I'm like constantly trying to like upsell something, or I'm trying to like talk to people all the time, or I'm sitting there in public nonstop. I would rather just drive to work, get in the van, put all my packages in, and then go drive and deliver all day, and then get done, come back, clock out, and then go home and chill. That sounds a lot better than me. And it'll also open up the doors to what they call trailblazers, which is you being like a team leader of like 100, 150 people, which is really good to have on a resume. You can open up your shift like box trucking, which is like smaller deliveries, but you have like bigger actual, like way bigger shit, like TVs and furniture and whatever. And then you have like the ability to go get your CDL, which is what I would rather do, than sit in a place where I'm delivery driving, but I'm also being cross-trained in sales. I don't want to be cross-trained in sales anymore. I've been in that world way too many times now, and I'm not fond of it right this minute, because I feel like it's more of a fake thing. It's fine to be in sales, and I think it's a good thing to do, and I think that it's fun sometimes, but to me right now it just feels fake, and it just feels way too repetitive, and I want to do something that I know I can be good at, that's easy, and that I can make good money at, and then I can have all the things lined up for me to succeed. That I like the fact that it's easy. I'm not trying to say that I'm a lazy fuck. I mean, I kind of am, but I'm not trying to say I don't want to do anything hard, because I do enjoy a good challenge, of course. But when it comes to a workplace, like, I want to be able to save my body for the next 35 years and not have a problem. Like, I want to be good physically. Like, physically, I want to, like, you know, keep control of myself and stay strong and walk around and do shit like that, than to just be fucking beat all the time, you know? And then, like, I also just don't want to work at a job where it's numbers and crunching and shit like that, because numbers to me, I don't really care. Like, once you start naming numbers and shit like that, dude, I don't care. You know, numbers to me or whatever. Sometimes I listen to it, but most of the time, like 90% of the time, when I hear numbers and all that kind of shit like that, I don't even give a fuck anymore. I just stop listening, because I just don't give a fuck. I don't. Like, I don't care a whole lot for complexity most of it. Like, I like complex things, but I admire simplicity, like, all the time. Like, if something is simple, that's awesome. When you start going into the whole number crunchy, nah, I'm good, fuck that. Especially with, like, accounting and stuff, nah, I don't care. I don't care how easy it is for some people. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to do it. I'm good. But I just don't want to do shit that doesn't make any sense for me, doesn't have my interests at heart, something that I can't really further myself fully in. I don't want to do something that's too much with numbers and typing and staying in a fucking building. I don't like being confined. you know, and it's just, I don't want to do something where it's so physically fucking demanding where at 50 years old I'm complaining all the time. I have to go get a fucking cortisone shot for my elbow like my dad does all the time. My dad told me the other day, he was like, I had to go down to the doctor and get a cortisone shot. My elbow's fucking with me again. This is like the third time this year. He's 49. He's been doing roofing since he was like 13. Like, this is going to catch up to people. And so that's why I don't want to deal with it. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully, you know, they get me in there and stuff and the drug test all goes good. Which it should. There shouldn't be nothing crazy on there anyway. So, only thing they'll find is this. But look, boys, here's what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and call it on this video here. And what I'll do later on is once I like get to taking all that stuff out of my truck and putting it, you know, in here in the house for a little bit before I go out to Pops, I'll kind of show you all how everything looks as like the before and kind of just be like, here it is, here's how it looks now, get ready. And then once I'm done, I'll show you all the after. And then I'll show you like me driving with the shifter and showing you all how it feels and whatever, and you know where it connects to, so everybody can kind of get an idea of that kind of shit, because I thought it'd be kind of cool. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done in a little while, and I'll show you guys how that goes. And then the rest of the day is probably gonna just be basic from there. It's probably gonna be just me fucking chilling the rest of the day, trying to like just do stuff to keep myself occupied so I don't fall asleep. But yeah, I appreciate everybody watching as usual. And there was something I feel like I was going to say, but it might have slipped my mind because I'm a fucking retard. Not a big deal. We'll figure it out later on. And if I do figure it out later on, I'll let you know in the next one. So, peace.